And welcome back, everybody. And we have our guest here with us today. This is Miss Ingrid Felts, and she is a local singer-songwriter.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. I know you drove all the way from Birmingham.
I did.
Well, thank you so much for coming all the way out here. I know it's a little bit in the middle of nowhere, I guess.
It's great. It looks like the sun's going to come out today. I prefer a little commute before I perform all the time. So.
Yeah, wonderful. Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Rochester, New York.
Oh, wow.
And I've lived all over the East Coast, mostly in the South now. I found out about the weather down here, and it's really hard to go back up north when you get
Well,
most
I
of the
noticed
days
a
here.
little country
Definitely.
slang, so you must have been down here a while.
I have been down here for some time.
Oh,
I went to
okay.
school at Virginia Tech, and then I pretty much stayed in the South after that.
That's
wow,
awesome.
wow.
Very nice. Well, do you miss New York at all?
I miss the people that I know there. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Well, half of our staff are from either the North or California or something. And
Yeah.
Smart
Yeah.
people.
Well, we all, yeah,
still
yeah,
be
to come south. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I love Alabama though.
Definitely.
I do too. Yeah, everybody knows you got to rock the South. That's where it all comes from.
Yeah. And now I know you've been playing music. How long have you been playing music?
It's all I do. It's really the only thing I was ever good at. And you know, my dad used to take me, just kind of push me out front and say,
Oh,
"Hey,
okay.
if you haven't heard my daughter sing, this is going to be great." And so that's how it started.
So
And,
were they musicians or entertainers, or they were extroverts, or?
My
had
dad is
different-
super entertaining. He has a musical ear, but he's not a musician by trade.
Oh.
My mom actually started in school for music until she found science. And she went into a different career path.
Wow, that's quite a change.
Yeah.
But we always ask musicians this. I know when you were growing up, you're probably going, I want to be like Carly Simon. Now that's my era. I don't know about your
Yeah,
era.
Gordon Lightfoot. All
Oh,
of them.
really?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Saw them.
So I know you play keyboards besides guitar.
Right.
And, you know, that takes a lot of work. Now, do you practice? Now, I'm going to put you on the line
It
here.
takes all my time, and then the younger the other folks get, the more practice it takes me to keep up, because everything's new
Yeah.
and it's changing. And as musicians, we have a variety of things that we do. We don't normally just all maybe just be a church musician or just be in a rock band. You pretty much take any venues that you can do. So it's always learning new things. I have a church on Thursday, brand new music, hadn't heard it before. I play with a different band on Friday. It'd be different tunes for that, some pop things that, based on your audience.
So do you write your own music?
I do
or-
write. I spend a lot of time. Here's a technique that helped me. I got a book a long time ago called The Artist's Way to prevent stopping or having a writer's block. And so I started doing journaling pages, 3 pages a day. You just do a brain drain when you wake up, and then you stuff those 3 pages away. If anything brilliant pops out of it, you pull that out.
I might have to get with
this-
you on that
this-
book.
That seems like it would actually work for almost any type of creative medium, maybe
Very.
like writing in general, if you're just an author or something.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
even a reporter.
Well, I-
Yes. It collects all your thoughts, and then you can put them aside and pull out
I
what
like
you
that.
need from
Very
it.
nice.
No pressure.
Yeah.
You know, most of us that do a little music, and you probably do a lot more than I do, there's good things about it, and there's bad things about it. How do you offset that? I know there's,
The
I know
good thing
you
about
travel-
it, the good thing about it is that there is no choice. If you're in music, it's pretty much made up for you. You can't not be a musician. So you're, and then of course all the other people that you relate to. I was talking to you some about that. It's just you get around other musicians and all you can focus on is this obsession of your music. And other people come around and you just kind of can it because it's just not polite to always talk about the same thing around people. But the bad thing is that you can always expect, and I guess this is probably the same in any job, you can always expect some sort of failure either on your way to a gig or when you get there the sound, some people all of a sudden they don't have power. All of a sudden there's
yeah.
the extension cord got wet or something, so things like that happen.
Do you have a lot of backup stuff in your car in case something like this happens?
I do, and the trick is learning to remember, always bring your magic bags that have your little extra, your
Yes.
cables and your converters so that you can always talk to whatever system that you're trying to play through.
Well,
That's so
being a full-time musician, now I used to play with, you know Joey Howard?
I don't know, what
Oh,
does
you
he
don't-
do?
Well, he hangs with Philip.
Okay,
Hancock.
right,
Yeah,
those
and they
guys.
play all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I jumped in a band with him, and I found out these guys are obsessed with music.
Yes.
And I actually had to step back and say, you guys live and breathe music. I really love music, but I'm not really that interested to do it with a passion. And I know for you being a full-time musician, you have to have this. But there's another thing that comes with it when you try to promote yourself is an image. Do you work on an image when you're out
I
there?
do. There's a lot of time spent on the publicity of your job, and so, you know, you have a target audience, and you kind of make that up as you go based on what you play and what you write and sing like. I have more of a singer-songwriter audience, people that would buy Brandi Carlile. I have a louder voice at times, people that would buy Adele. So I look to fit into that market. I mean, we could go any different way with the look, Western or, you know, short spiky hair or whatever, but you try to keep it sort of branded so people understand what it is that you're selling and so they know if they like you or not.
Are you signed with anybody currently?
I have a private deal with the folks that put my album out this past year. So it's actually a friendship that started up with a guitarist named Rick Hirsch. He's one of the founders of Wet Willie and got to tour with Greg Allman after that and kind of got around the States for a while and then around the world. And he lives in Alabama now. He's from Georgia. But he has a company called NSYNC Music. And we made an artist agreement, which means they help develop your artistic vein that you're going to go into and stay in so that you don't go out to the side. It's confusing a lot of times with genres. You want to pull a lot of different instrumentation in, but somebody who's developing an artist can help you focus that into a stream of music and hopefully a stream of income at some point. So that's what we're working on.
Yeah.
I know there's always been a thing, being a woman in a field or a man in a field. Do you find it's tougher to be a woman in the music field, or sometimes actually it's to your advantage?
There's challenges. I think that's a great topic. I mean, there's challenges pretty much in whatever you do based on your gender. A lot of things are shifting so much now. But really, whatever it is that you do, you have to learn to use your assets to work for yourself. You know, you can't go outside of your own authentic person and try to adopt some other way of making it just to make it. So I really think.
So what are your songs mostly about? Or do you cover everything, or you just go by the heart?
You know what happens? A lot of people ask me how I get kind of the impetus to write a song. A lot of times, you know, one of you might say something in a little bit of a lilting fashion, and it works for the setting, but it also is kind of like a deep truth, you know. And I'll take that and I'll use the language that you use and kind of the pitches in your voice, and it'll just ring with me. An example is I have an 11-year-old daughter. She's riding in the back seat, and she's always reminding me, hey, keep your hands on the wheel, keep your eyes on the road. Well, her voice is naturally high-pitched, and so it becomes a song. When she leaves, it's 2 a.m, I'm driving to get back to the kids, and I hear this little lilting melody in the back seat. Keep your hands on the wheel, keep your eyes on the road, and all of a sudden you have a song.
And then
So then you develop it. What part of that is about my life and my story? Well, it's about coming full circle. It's about coming back to our loved ones. And you make it a little bit more global, which we can do with words. And
did you have an educational field like
Poetry.
English?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I studied literature, and then I went into graduate school for poetry. So
Oh,
it's
wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, the words are
Oh, that's a big advantage.
Powerful and useful.
Because most singer-songwriters that I know, they're not educated in that field, and you do things from the heart. You start grabbing things, and I found out when you write a song, sometimes it's better just to research.
that can help. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I used to just let me come up with these things, but actually you can go and research certain things to help you write your song, which something I've taken advantage of. Well,
That's a
look
great
what
thing.
we got here. Could you explain something about your album here?
This album is called Manna. It's the the bread from heaven, and it's about daily provision. So every day there's enough, but you have to use everything for that day. You don't save it up and think, oh, I'm going to need this the next day. Every day's a new day, so you start over.
Are you a Christian, basically a Christian musician, or like you said earlier, you cover all facets
I
of
wouldn't
music?
classify myself as a Christian musician, but I'm a follower of Christ who makes
Amen.
music.
Amen on
Yes.
that, sister. Well, that's great. I think you did a fantastic job, and we're so excited to have you play. We're going to go to a little break here and come on back. And in a little while, you're going to sing us a few songs, aren't you?
That sounds awesome. Before we go to break, though, do you have anywhere online that people can view your stuff or listen
Sure.
or anything like that?
Sure. I go by Ingrid Marie, and I have a website called ingridmariemusic.com.
Okay.
And you can find my tunes on Amazon and on iTunes and SoundCloud. If you just look up Ingrid Marie, and my last name is Felts.
Felts.
Okay.
So
great.
there's a lot of Ingrid Maries.
Oh, I imagine so.
Oh, really?
Thank you so much, and we look very forward to hearing you play in just a few minutes. So
Thanks,
stay
guys.
tuned.
Hi, I'm Ingrid Felts, and it's great to be here on the show this morning. Thanks, you guys, for having me. I'd like to play a song for you called Breaking Free, and the song is for my daughter, Kaylee, and the message is, if you're out there, if you're in schools, if you're having a hard time with your peers, if you're at your job and you see somebody else having a hard time and just having a bad day, just go ahead and give them a little lift. Stand up for your peers in school. It's very important. I'm very anti-bullying, and I'm very pro-friends and us having respect for ourselves and showing respect for others. And that's pretty much what this song is about. It's called Breaking Free. Pick up the bottles and sweep your ash. Digging through my clothes, just looking for my cash. You know, already spent it for a ticket home. Maybe there's still time for you. I guess I'll never know I'm leaving. I'm so tired of breaking. I am tired, so I'm breaking free, yeah. In a prison camp, at the end of a long, harsh, wasteful war, hear the bells of freedom. I wonder who they're ringing for. It's been too long since I've painted blue sky. Well, the keys are turning in the gates, but I'm frozen here inside. I can't believe I'm so tired. Oh, I am tired of breaking, so I'm gonna break free, yeah. First opportunity, I've been so tired. Oh, I'm tired of breaking, so I'm gonna break free. My emancipation papers twisted up in my hands. Hardly read the writing on them. Think I finally understand. It's a long, long road, and God alone could know if the hope that anchors to my soul is strong enough to lead me home, where I am already. Oh, I am already, I am already free, yeah. As I wanna be. Oh, I am so tired of breaking. Oh, I'm tired of breaking, so I'm gonna break free, yeah. Woo. Thanks so much. The next tune I'd like to play for you is called Hand Me Down. This is also on my new album, Manna, which is produced by Rick Hirsch of NSYNC Music.
And the song is basically about second chances in love the second time around and how it's different. I used to think that I was too good for a second-hand heart on his way back around. Why would I trade for anything but new when I could find the perfect size that was wise in my mind? Till I saw you. Hand me down love, hand me down. Oh, I'll take anything as long as it's from you. Hey, hey, why don't you hand me down? I'll take another round from you. Oh, anything from you, you. What would I do if I find me an old pair of genuine leather blue Italian boots? Why, I'd take 'em down to the guy with the finest stuff, old-fashioned tools, and I'd wear them around. Oh, you can bet that I would never let on they were used. My new pair of boots, so much better than new. Hand me down love, hand me down. Oh, I'll take anything just as long as it's from you. Hey, hey, hey. Why don't you hand me down? Oh, I'll take another round from you now. You just take one down. You put her in your heart. Go on, take another one down. Go on and put him in your heart. Oh, it's a hey, 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 hey. Why don't you hand me down? I'll take another round. Come on. Hey, hey, hey. Why don't you hand me down? I'll take another round from you now. Oh, as long as it's from you. Put her in your heart. Thanks so much. Well, that's all the music we have for you today, and it's been just awesome hanging out with you guys and getting to see Coleman